yeah, as you said, injury is part and parcel of a sports person's life. And unfortunately, yeah, in January 2010, playing a club game for UCD, just my life certainly turned and changed dramatically. So I was just at the bottom of a ruck, and all I can remember, well, I remember it was top of the table clash against Lansdowne, and we'd actually been relegated the year before, but it was, you know, a big crowd, the weather was good, and you know, there were players like Steve Keogh, Dev Toner, Dominic Ryan playing on the Lansdowne team. You know, they're a fairly formidable team, and you know, we had a good team as well. I think John Cooney was there and those sort of guys, and just literally went for one big rip on the ground, wrestling for possession, and just found myself on my back. And just unfortunately, my teammate was just rucking in the ruck and just was obviously a bit clumsy. And whatever way I was on my back, my head in maybe an incorrect position, and a piece of metal, his stud, just went into my eyeball and basically burst my eyeball. So I actually thought initially it was a deliberate act because I heard my name being shouted a couple of seconds beforehand, and you know as well, Brad's from playing second row, not like the soft position of out half where you wouldn't really get your head in those rucks. Like, you know, the difference between a stamping action and a rucking action, and this felt deliberate and straight down. So like, it literally, the whole pressure just went on the eye. So I lost vision completely. I remember I stood up and I just saw, the first person I saw was Dev Toner, because how could you not? He's 6'11", and I was so happy. I was really, you know, irate, obviously, and in shock. So the physios ran on pretty quickly, and would have seen my eye not in the position it should have been. So they obviously realized it was pretty serious, and I was just taken to the side. An ambulance was called immediately, and went to St. Vincent's first just to check if I had a fractured cheekbone. And I think that's when I knew it was pretty serious, because I was still, you know, all of my kit, my UCD kit, had the jacket around me, accompanied by my brother, and who came with me in the ambulance. And people, you know, in the A&E just were stopping what they were doing and just looking at me. So I knew it was pretty bad. And nothing, I'd no fracture in my cheekbone, but then was told to get your ass basically as quick as you can to the Royal Eye and Ear in Dublin. So my mum had arrived at this stage, and you know, there was the three of us in the car, and I just said, I want to look at my eye, and my mum and brother pleaded with me not to. So I just, you know, went ahead with it anyway. Just looked in the mirror, and my eye, yeah, was slightly out of its socket, and just looked like, I use the example of layers of cling film. It was just really cloudy, sort of. I don't know if you can see now, but my eye is really, really cloudy now. And it just didn't look like anything what an eye should be. So that was obviously pretty shocking, and
Yeah.
you know,
What was going
worrying
through your
times,
mind at
because
that
then
time?
oh shit,
Yeah.
just, you know, like, just the unknown. And it's sort of, the situation just got worse, because you have the people in the A&E stopping what they're doing, looking at you, so you think, you feel alienated. Then had the poor junior doctor who was on call at the A&E in the Royal Eye and Ear. Actually, it just went far and beyond than what she was qualified to do. So she obviously looked at my eye, and I was left in the room by myself for about 45 minutes without any information being given. So that was extremely lonely, and that was actually the time I sort of realized how serious it was. And you know, I was actually quite scared, just because I was left in the room. And then next thing, a doctor came in who you know, didn't look very old, just literally looked like he graduated from uni. But the second he started talking, you just knew exactly what happened, or you know, that he was in control of the situation. So they called in their top professionals to come in, and yeah, I was operated on immediately. So there was about a 4-hour operation to save the eye, which thankfully they did.